long ago. I mean, if I had to just pick a couple of most improved guys, especially offensively, it'd be Jalen Lay and Jackson Carman. I mean, Jackson is just it's amazing how far he's come. And he was a good player last year, but just where he is as a person, his maturity, his overall understanding of what he has to do to be great at this level. His body, he's strong. I mean, he's transformed from this time last year, and still got a long way to go, a lot of work to do. But he has been very steady. He's had a great camp. I'm excited about his opportunity, and he is, clearly positioned himself to jump in that group. He's one of the smartest guys we got too. He has a very high football IQ. And again, you're talking about a true sophomore. But the whole key up front is communication, and we're really fortunate because we got a good group of experience there, and those guys they do a great job of communicating. I mean, it's survival every day you go out on that field, going against our defense and all the different looks that we see and pressures and so forth. And, Jackson's done an awesome job, just really sometimes the communication starts outside in. It's not always inside out. And he's one of the smarter guys that we have.
I guess you guys are preparing for 2 or 3 quarterbacks this week.
Yeah, I mean, we're just getting ready for what we think they may do schematically. And there's a lot. I mean, I think they even opened up under the center in the triple option in their spring game. So who knows? We really don't know. We think we know, but it's just a lot of unknowns. They got good players. I tell you, the quarterback's a impressive guy. We don't have hardly any tape on him. They got you don't have a lot of tape of guys catching a lot of balls, but yet you got some size. They brought in a little freshman who can run. Go back and look at some tape on the transfer tight end. He's an impressive talent. So they got some guys, and they got a bunch of veterans in that offensive line. I think they've only got maybe one freshman, and they're 2 deep. So they've got some guys that have played a lot of football. And I know they probably hadn't. That's a different offense, but these are scholarship ACC players. So there's a lot that we got to prepare for, and it'll be a challenge for us as we get into the game and really identify exactly what's the plan and then make the proper adjustments. And same thing defensively. The key is communication. I mean, and they move a lot. There's a lot of movement, a lot of jet sweeps, and so we just the pre-snap communication for us defensively is going to be huge.
What are the characteristics, whether it's a guy like Tyler or Joseph, what are the characteristics that need to be present for a player to distinguish himself as a true freshman to be able to play right away?
Well, obviously the physical ability to do the job. We've had a lot of good players that left here as great players, but they weren't physically capable as a true freshman. Just had to develop. We've had a lot of those guys. So the physical part of it first. The second part is just mentally being able to execute, being able to absorb everything, and that's hard. That's really hard. Sometimes we've had guys that are physically ready, physically fit the bill, but mentally they just can't get it, So it works both ways. But so the mental and physical makeup of that person is really what's going to dictate that, and then opportunity as well.
Yeah. What did Luke Price do to get himself in position where he's not only going to help you out, but he's going to be right there underneath JC?
Yeah. Well, he's first of all he's tough. He's physical. He's strong. I mean, he's one of the strongest kids on this team, pound for pound. I mean, it's unbelievable how strong that guy is. And he was just a guy. I moved him last spring. I just felt like it would be a better opportunity for him. I didn't really see him playing much linebacker for us. He probably would have been a special teams factor. But I just felt like I knew our situation at tight end, and I was like, you know what? Let's just look at this kid and see how it translates. And he's really smart. He's really smart. I mean, he's a natural football player. He understands the game. he understands defense, and that's helped him. A tight end position is a tough position to learn and to be able to go execute, but him playing defense, I think, has helped him a little bit. But he's just one of them blue-collar guys that grinds and loves it and has worked his tail off to learn the position. Catching the ball comes pretty natural to him. That was a easy transition. I didn't know how he would catch the ball. That's been pretty natural. So he's just gone to work, man, and he's done a great job. He's made himself a factor. I mean, he's a solid player. Wish he was a little bigger, but he plays big. I've had some guys big that they don't play that big. But he'll play, like a 250-pounder out there. Because he's explosive with his power and his strength, and he's a factor. But he's a really smart dude, and we're really glad we got him, put him on scholarship, and thankful that he's here. He's going to help us, and I can't say enough about Jalen Lay and Davis Allen. Those two kids are coming, and I'm really excited about both of those guys and what I've seen. And the progression of Jalen is amazing. From where he was. And then Davis Allen, he's just natural. And I've seen in practice what I hoped I would see. He's a tough kid, played linebacker, three-sport athlete. Football comes easy to him. But he's even though he missed a lot of early practice, mentally he's very engaged the whole way to where when all of a sudden now he's getting those live reps, he was able to go right out and function. And that's impressive for a young guy. So just a very mature kid. Both of them got great size, and so we got those four, and then we got J.L. Banks, who's a senior and another tough kid that be able to serve a role for us too.
Coach, one of the few things we haven't talked about in the last month is Terry Bowden helping you out as a graduate assistant. How has your relationship grown with him, and what does he bring to the table just from a football acumen?
I mean, he's literally a grad intern, so it's been good having him around. I mean, nice guy. I've known him a long time. Obviously known the Bowden family, and I mean, he doesn't say a whole lot. He just comes in and works whatever we ask him to do. And so I think he's really enjoyed it, and looking forward to being a part of this team.
Dad, when you guys kicked off fall camp, Robbie Caldwell had a lot of great things to say about the off-season work of Jordan McFadden. Did he kind of continue that progression throughout this last month?
Absolutely. Jordan is got a bright future, a very bright future. He is an incredibly talented player. Going to play a lot. Trust him. Play him either side. Play him left. Play him right. I mean, he's a key guy for us, for sure. We feel good about our OL. We'll probably play 9, 10 guys a game, maybe 11, just depending on situation. But I feel good. I think we got 11 and a half guys right now that I think are very functional up front, and that's a good thing.
Last year, your word of the year was joy and finding joy in the moment. What's your word for this year?
My word is purpose, and something I always share that with the team on opening night. So something we talked about, I guess, back July the 30th or 31st, whenever we started there. But my word is purpose this year. My purpose as a man, my purpose as a father, my purpose as a husband, and then, our purpose as a program, And then also, helping my staff and my players, find and fulfill their purpose. So, just really convicted on that. I mean, we've had a lot of success. I'm going into year 11, but we've stayed true to who we are the whole way. And for me, again, my purpose as a man, I know what my purpose as a man is, and that's to glorify God, that's to be a great husband and father, and it's to use the game of football to, equip young people for life. I mean, that's just that simple. That's what my purpose as a man is. Our purpose as a program is to graduate our players, to give them the tools that they need to go be successful, to make sure they have a good experience, and to win a championship. And that has not changed since day one. It's been the same. It's been the exact same. And everything is centered and driven by that. And then, again, doing everything with purpose. Working hard to help my players, help my staff, fulfill their purpose, find their purpose in life. We're going to have a big presentation in here today with Jalen Williams. I think we've got 97% job placement from last year's senior group. And that's awesome. I think Travion's the only one right now, and he's rehabbing and trying to work his way back from his injury. But everybody else, but Jalen is we're going to do a big thing in our team here today, and that's a big deal for us. And so just keeping the main thing. Again, my purpose as a man, our purpose as a program, and just staying focused on that. And that's inside out, and not getting distracted, by things that don't matter.
Coach, have you seen the ACC Network yet since it debuted, and what do you see as its advantages to both Clemson and the conference?
Yeah, I actually, to be honest with you, I just saw it last night for the first time. And I got home late last night, and Eric McLean was on. I think they call it The Huddle. And I thought Mark Richt was great. He was funny, and I thought it was really good. EJ, I got to meet him. Man, what a class. He's just a very sharp guy. Got a great presence to him. I don't know the other guy, but I'm sure I'll meet him at some point. But I thought that was great. I mean, so what does it do? Well, I mean, heck, it's got people sitting around talking about the ACC all day, every day. And it gives us a channel. It gives us, we've had the SEC Network for a few years, and, they sit around and talk about the SEC all the time. Everybody gets mad because sometimes, I guess, certain people out there say bad things about the ACC. I'm like, well, look, that's like they work for the Yankees. They're not going to talk great about the Red Sox. It doesn't work that way, So, or vice versa. They work for the Red Sox. They ain't going to talk good about the Yankees. That's just so to be able to have a network that's just constantly, talking about the ACC, not only talking about the ACC, but promoting our league, giving all of our teams a platform from men and women's sports. I mean, all day, every day. We've not had that. And we've still been pretty good. We've been pretty good around here. But now we do. And to me, that's a game changer. It's a game changer. The content, the brand awareness, and then also, the rhetoric. We live in this rhetoric world. Now the ACC has their own channel and their own people. I think they're hiring like 100 people or something like that that'll sit around and talk about our league every single day. And I think that's a great thing. I'm sure they'll have all kind of different cool content throughout the year from all the different teams, and really just, again, promote our league in a positive way. And so I'm excited about it. I mean, it's a big deal. It's a big deal.
Who's the